Hello, leaders. This is Paul Grau Jr., and welcome to the summer edition of Run to Your Leadership Challenges. The summer edition will be a combination of replays from the past year or two with a few new episodes every so often. These replays will be a great reminder of the tips and challenges from the past year or two, and we'll still be able to accomplish our primary goal for the show, and that is to equip team leaders on a daily basis to lead through the challenges you face every day. This show is brought to you by the Current Leadership Coaching Team, or the CLC Team, and we primarily work with leaders in the manufacturing industry who lead their own teams and are a part of a larger leadership team within an organization. These leaders can be at one site or at multi-sites. We work with these team leaders to get them all on the same leadership page with the same mindsets and attitudes and the same commitment levels to their team members and to the organization as a whole. For more info on how we can help you and your team, visit www.clcteam.com. Okay, let's talk about today's challenge or tip.
Hey, today I want to start by wishing my wife a very happy birthday. Now, I know she probably won't approve of me talking about her on this show, so don't tell her if you know her. But today I want to share how we met. And there's a valuable leadership lesson and a challenge in this story. Today's lesson and challenge is something that I learned over the years, and I was reminded about it last week at a live event my wife and I attended. Now let me warn you right now, today's challenge has a spiritual tie-in, so if that offends you, you may want to just skip today's episode and challenge altogether. Now I think it's safe to say that we all have specific agendas for our lives. We have set plans, goals, dreams, and aspirations. Many of us know exactly what we want to do and what we should do, and we have an established timeline set up to achieve those plans, right? Well, I know I had a plan 25 years ago, and quite frankly, it was not getting married. However, as a man of faith, I have seen over the years that my plans are not always God's plans for me. I have made plans and set up agendas, and then God seems to step in, laughs at me, and leads me down a different path. Can anybody relate to that? This is something that used to bother the heck out of me, and I would try to fight it. But over the years, I've come to realize that God always wins these battles. His ways are not always clear and definitely not always easy, but they always seem to end up better than I could have ever imagined or planned. It's amazing to look back over our lives and to see just how many things God has directed. I call these "and then God" moments. It's when God steps in and takes over for us or directs us down a different path. So today's challenge is simply for you to take a moment to reflect on your plans and aspirations. Reflect on how they may have been altered along the way and ask yourself why. Then ask yourself if your altered path was better or worse and what specific things have happened along the way. Examine some of your current moments and ask how God may have guided you through certain things. So let me share with you one of my "and then God" moments that led to me meeting my wife nearly 25 years ago. It started out horrible. My neighbor was tragically murdered one night. And then about a year later after the murder, I had a knock on the door and it was a private investigator. He asked me a bunch of questions about the night of the murder and then he left. About a minute later, he knocked on the door again, and just out of the blue, he told me that he thought that I would really get along with the girl who worked in his office. And then, well, the rest is history. That girl was Jen, my wife. Now, there is simply no way that I could have ever imagined a tragic event would turn out to be an "and then God" moment for me. But I believe it was. You see, meeting my wife was not in my plans, not even close. It just happened. And it's what I consider to be the greatest "and then God" moment in my life. So today, the challenge is for you to reflect back, think about your "and then God" moments, and just reflect on the great things in your life. End the week on a great note with positive thoughts, and have a great weekend.
Hey, that's it for today. But if you need further details on how the CLC team can work with you and other leaders within your organization, please check out our website at www.clcteam.com. We would love to connect with you and start building a better relationship. After all great leadership starts with relationships. Hey, have a great rest of your day. And until next time, run to your challenges.